to another video. Today I thought we'd have a look at some of the stuff that I bought during my latest trip, my solo trip to Disneyland Paris in January of this year, 2024. So just to bear in mind, I only had a carry-on case, a small case, and a rucksack. And so this stuff, I'm impressed with myself that I managed to pack it, and it got through security and all that, all fine, no issues at all, no damages either, which is more impressive. But yeah, let's start with the first thing then. So I have seen these for a little while. This is part of the Disney 100's eras range, and I am a big fan of anything like this. So this is a replica of the sign that's outside the in the studios in California, like the real studios, and this is a real thing. This exists. I think it's pretty accurate to this. I think the Mickey and the Dopey are coloured in, but other than that it's pretty accurate. I'll put a picture on the screen, maybe over here somewhere, so we can compare the two. But and then these move, so if you wanted it to, I don't know, face a different way or whatever, you can. So this, amazingly, whilst I was on my trip, there was an incredible offer for a lot of the Disney 100 stuff, like a lot of the era stuff they sold, and a few other bits and pieces, from, I think it was the last week in January to the first week in February. I might be wrong on that one. But they had a 70% sale, and that was far too tempting to not go for, because wow, you never see that kind of sale these days. You see, 20% on Black Friday these days, let alone 50%. This was 70%, so this was 70% off. So I was like, I knew how big my bag was, and I was like, I need this. So this was €70 recommended retail price. I got it for, I'll put the prices on the screen somewhere throughout because I can't remember the price of everything I bought, but this cost me, I think it was like £21, something like that, and I was like, this is going to come home with me. So yeah, that's the first thing. The sign from the studios, which was very exciting. The next thing, so you might be thinking, blimey, that came in a big box as well, like it was well packaged. Obviously I didn't bring the box home because that would have just taken up far too much space. This next thing had an even bigger box. And I still can't believe, it's so heavy this, I still can't believe I managed to get this home. This is a Mickey in an Autopia car from the Disneyland Paris 30th celebrations. Wow. When I saw this, I was like, yes please, but there's no chance of me getting this home. I didn't even think about it. And then the more I looked at it, the more I was like, I really want it though. Like more than like more than I'm willing to like think logically of how I'd get it home. So I just bought it anyway. This was obviously also in the 70% off sale. This was originally €59, and I think I got this for like £17 and change. Euros, sorry, not pounds. Same with the sign, obviously it's euros, not pounds. But yeah, so this is the next thing, and at this point I was like, wow, what what am I, like, this is different to what I normally buy. Normally I am the kind of guy who gets t-shirts, pins, and that is pretty much what I've known, like that's it really. Then the odd occasional, something different. The fact that I started off with buying these two things of all things was like, wow. Yeah, so yeah, that was the first day in the Frontierland shop. I bought those two. I don't remember which day it was, but I also had to go to the Christmas shop inside the castle, where I bought myself a little Christmas ornament. So this is Stitch and Lilo, also known as Lilo and Stitch, in it. Well, I mean, it's in a spaceship. They're in a spaceship, and I quite like the look of this one. It wasn't mega expensive. I want to say it was like 15 euros, something like that. And our tree is absolutely covered in Disney ornaments, so we know the price of how much Disney ornaments are. We don't typically pay the full price. We normally try and wait for them to be on offer or find a discount code or whatever on Shop Disney, but we know the full price. So when I saw this at the price it was, which I think was 15 euros, I was like, oh, that's not too bad. I kind of wanted something Stitch related because there were so many Stitch ornaments. You'll see in the vlogs if you've not already seen. I don't know when I'm posting this, if I'm posting this one before the vlogs come out or after the vlogs, but anyway, it'll be in the vlogs at some point. And yeah, there was loads of selection with the Stitch ones, and I just really like this one, so I thought I'd go for it. So yeah, that's the next thing we got. Right, I've got a big pile of stuff in front of me, like here. The next thing, I was a fool with this. So it's just a little tin, a little Phantom Manor tin with mints, because on the first day, I think I had a Mickey pizza, and I forgot how garlicky quite often French food is. And I know Mickey pizza isn't French food, but but just in general, there's a lot of garlic in things in France. So I was like, oh, I've not got any chewing gum, not got any mints. I'll buy this little tin of mints. What a fool I was! Didn't read the bottom. It's like little hard like fruit candies. So they went in the bag, never opened them. Not really a fan of that kind of thing. But the tin's fun, I guess. Okay, so next thing, I'll show the pins. The pin game. I was a bit disappointed in the pins, if I'm being totally honest. Surprisingly, there's no Santa Fe pin, which I don't understand why. Surely, pin collectors like myself, when you go to a new resort, you like to have the pin of the place you've been. Anyway, so yeah, I've not got a pin from Santa Fe, which is disappointing. But I did see this really, really nice pin. And none of this is going to focus, is it? Let's do my head in. But it's a huge pin, and it says Disneyland Paris on it. But yeah, so it's got the castle, it's got Big Thunder Mountain, it's got, I think, oh no, that's like Frontierland, and then it's got Space Mountain on it. Really nice pin. And this was only, I say only, this was like 13 euros, which is like the top end of their like, their little colour scheme of pins, which I thought for this just to be a standard pin price, I thought that was a decent pin, so I went with that. Oh, excuse me. And then I also had to go for a 2024 pin. It's got Mickey and Minnie on it, and I just thought, you know, I get a year pin every time I go, whether it's Paris, whether it's Orlando, I get a year pin. And then lastly, which is mad to say, I can't believe I only bought 3 pins, I bought this pin from the Disneyland Hotel, which is the like the clock outside, and it's like a crest kind of thing. Looks really nice. I really like it, and I also thought I'd buy this just to sort of as a memory of when I went in the Disneyland Hotel for the first time. I'll also show this whilst we're talking of Disneyland Hotel. This is a keyring. Now, I never ever buy keyrings. You can only get this in the Disneyland Hotel. I didn't see it anywhere else, so I was like, I'm in the Disneyland Hotel, I'm gonna buy it. This was 9 euros, which, you know, it is what it is. Some people might think that's crazy money, some people might think that's not too bad for Disney prices. So yeah, another random thing I don't normally buy. I bought a magnet. Is it gonna focus or is it gonna not? Is it gonna focus? It's focused now. So this is Stitch, obviously. It says Disneyland Paris on it, and I've just started buying magnets because you can see here there's a radiator right next to my desk, so my desk is like here. Like, this is my, oh, I've just thrown that on the floor. Here's my That's my desk. And there's a radiator and it's got space for magnets. So I've just been buying a couple of magnets every time I go somewhere. So that'll be a fun addition, obviously. Oh, another thing from the Disneyland Hotel. Again, I don't normally buy these. I was an absolute sucker for, I can't have this anywhere else. I want it because I've got the ability to buy it. It is a challenge coin, or I'd call it a challenge coin. It's like a collector's coin. Is it going to focus? It's very shiny. And it's the face of the clock tower again. It's very nice, very shiny. And on the back, it doesn't really say a lot, I don't think, on the back. What does it say? It just says France, made in France, 2024. It's got the year on it, I guess. That's quite fun. So yeah, I just thought I'd buy one of those coins. There's loads and loads of those coin machines about. They've like overtaken pressed penny machines. I think it's because like that looks more valuable than a pressed penny, whereas a pressed penny is literally what it says on the tin, and yet you'd be charged like $2 or $3 for it in America, and I guess €2 or €3 in Paris. But one of those coins, €3, sorry, and yeah, it's quite nice. Right, next, you've all seen these. I don't know how long this design's been out for, but I don't actually own any of the Starbucks mugs. And I saw this one and I really liked it. And so it's the start of something with the Starbucks mugs. I'm not going to go mad. Like when we go to Orlando later on this year, I'll probably buy one again. I probably won't buy all four though. Famous last words. I'll probably buy like the Magic Kingdom one, maybe the Epcot one. But I thought that was really nice, a really nice design. I don't know what the ones in Orlando are looking like at the moment. I think they've just changed the design of them. But I couldn't get my hands on any, if any of the big ones. So I did get this little one when I was out there last year. But yeah, so that's nice. Again, I don't know if I'm adding this to the start or the end of the trip, but if you've seen the vlogs, you will know I bought this hat. This was my oh my goodness, it's freezing, I need to warm my head before I freeze to death purchase. So this was €20 and it was a lifesaver for when I needed it. I'm very grateful for this. So this next thing is another thing that was 70% off. It's not a Disney 100 thing, but it is. I presume these must have been sold when Avengers Campus had just opened or something like that. They've got loads of them. And it's just a jumper, a zip-up hoodie. It's got the Avengers logo. It's like it's like, I don't know, a plastic on the front. Like, I imagine that will like disappear if I wash this. But you know, we'll find out at a later date. It's got like a design on the arm, very plain design. And then on the back, it just says Avengers Campus, Disneyland Paris, I think. Yeah. And yeah, I just thought this was quite nice. I think this was about 20 quid, so originally they must have been 70 quid, which is way overpriced, and just, it annoys me that like jumpers and stuff like that are so much in Disney, because I enjoy buying jumpers, zip dud hoodies, all that kind of stuff, and they're just so expensive, and you're like, 30 quid is fine. 40 quid, you're like, ooh, 50 or more, you're like, oh, come on, you can't. Can you justify spend like that much? Like 50 quid's probably like my limit, I'd say. I say that, I don't know how much this Epcot one cost me. I had a moment of weakness when I was there at Epcot 40, and I just was like, I need this hoodie. But yeah, talking to jumpers, this is what I got Zoe. I don't normally do souvenirs, that kind of thing, but I thought it's probably the first, and maybe only, unless I go back to Disneyland Paris on my own again, time I'm going to be buying Zoe a present when I'm away on my own, because that's not really ever happened. So I bought her a jumper. It's something I thought she'd quite like. It's she is in a jumper phase now. buys lots of jumpers. And I don't know, it's just very discreet Disney. Like, there's not obviously Disney, and it's got some French words on there. I can't remember what it says. I did Google translate it and I can't remember. It's something like sorry I'm riding my carousel. I can't remember. It's quite nice though, and she likes it, so I was happy with that. Right, next. I have seen these everywhere and I didn't know where you got them. Clearly I've never read what it actually says on the Trading Pins logo, because they're all from Disneyland Paris. These are for like trading. So in here you'd have like all your the ones you want to trade, and then you'd let someone flick through and see the ones they like and don't like. And it's just quite a nice thing to have. Like my pins, my like duplicates, or not duplicates, well, no, I don't think any are duplicates at the minute. But my pins for trading, I just carry around in this, and it's a bit boring. So it's quite nice to have something branded with Disney and a bit more fancy. I think though, these are quite expensive. Yeah, this cost me 25 euros, which when the guy said, because I saw it, I was like, yeah, I want one of them. And he was like, 25 euros. I was like, for two or for what? And I was like, wow, like 25 euros. It's quite a lot of money, but I did want one, so I'm happy I got it. I didn't do a lot of pin trading, but I did trade. I just thought I'd show you very quickly. I did trade for this one whilst I was out there. So it's like, I think it might be one of the Pride ones. I'm not sure though. Does it say on the back? No, it doesn't. It says it's from 2018 though. So, but yeah, that's the only pin I traded for. I don't remember what I gave for trade, but yeah. I like a bit of pin trading. Doesn't seem to be as big of a thing in Paris, which is a shame. Right, next thing. Another thing I really should have measured. I got one of these massive, what do they call them? Like banners, flags, felt pennant. It says EuroDisney on it, and I thought that's really nice, and it's quite fun, and it just looks good. It's from the 30th anniversary. This was in the 70% off sale, so this was 17 euros originally. So it cost me about a £5, which I was like, yes please. And then I realised this is too light, it doesn't fit in a case. It wouldn't fit in my case. So I had this like sticking out the end, like probably like from there was sticking out of my backpack. And yeah, somehow I got away with it. No one questioned it at the airport, getting on the plane or anything. So it's a tiny bit damaged. Like you can see it's a bit creased, like, where is it? Like there. So it's not the worst. It could have been a lot worse. Like in my head I was like, am I gonna have to fold this or something in order to get it in? I was like, might as well just leave it here. Like if I'm folding this, it's gonna be, I'm going to throw it in the bin when I get home. So the fact it's in this condition back in my house, I'm very happy with. Right, we'll do this next. I don't really know how I'm going to show this. This is, I love a map, specifically Disney maps. Right. So this is, I thought it was a retro map, but it's not actually a retro map. So let me just like kind of just do this. I'll just do this and then go up and then go across and then go down and hope that most of it got shown on the screen. I don't know how much you can hear me when I've got a giant map in my face. But yeah, I thought it was a retro map until, like I know it's that design of a retro kind of thing. Until, where is it? At the bottom, so there's characters all around, and at the bottom there's Tiana, and then somewhere else there's Elsa and Anna. And I was like, well, it's obviously not a retro map, because those characters weren't about when this park opened. So obviously it's not a retro map. But it's still a nice map, nonetheless. I'm very happy with it, and it only cost me like €9, I think, which is quite a good deal. These were, I kind of got these as part of the vlogs. I wanted sort of an additional reason to sort of meet characters and stuff like that. I wanted the experience of meeting characters to be sort of greater, I guess. I don't know what I'm sort of on about. But I bought a pen because this is the one that they always want you to use. They want you to use a clicky pen. They want you to use a big pen. So I bought the pen, which was $4. I was like, for $4, I don't have a pen with me anyway, so I'm going to buy that. And then this one, this is the so this Disneyland Paris autograph book. I think it has 24 or 25 slots. And inside, I'll just show you this page. So this is Minnie Mouse's autograph. Is it going to focus? Is it going to focus? There you go. Minnie Mouse's autograph. And there's a space to put a picture. So you will have seen with all the characters, or you will see in the vlogs in the future, every character I take a selfie with. So I'm going to put all my selfies in there with each character. And even at the back, so because I met more characters than there is spaces for autographs, there's even a pocket. There's a pocket at the back that doesn't have. I wish there was an extra pocket there. That'd have been nice. But yeah, I'm going to put a bunch of the pictures in there that I managed to get autographs of. So yeah, there was that as well. I'll just show this quickly. This is just, I love maps and all that kind of thing. And what I did, so they give you one of these when you, I presume most of the hotels, although I don't remember Newport Bay doing this. Well, actually it was kind of different last year because we were checked in by the Disney Parks team. Anyway, that's not the point. They give you a map and to show you where your room is. So obviously, me being who I am, I was like, just before I left, I was like, is there any more map? Can I get a map, please? And so they gave me a map, and it's a nice clean map. And it's just a map of the resort. It was quite a nice thing to own. And they don't really do paper maps anymore. However, when I asked for this map, I said, oh, have you got any hotel maps? And she said, or I might have asked for just a map, and she said hotel or park. And I said, oh, both. if you've got both. So she gave me a park map as well, and it's not like the best park map. Like, it's quite a small picture of the map. And then I think on the reverse is the studios, and it's not the most detailed map, but it's a map. And you know, I'm happy with it. So if you are like a map collector like me, ask for one. No harm in it. Like, I love a map. Have I said? So yeah, make sure to ask for that kind of thing. Also, another thing that I forgot to show, as part of some of the in this little folder of papers and maps and stuff. I've got one of these, which is very cool to me. So this is, if you've watched together a Pixar musical, Adventure, I believe is the full title. I'm impressed that I remembered that. You will know what this is. So I'm not going to spoil the show, but basically, without spoiling it, there's a point where paper falls to the ground from the sky. It's very early on. And I thought, so I saw the show twice, and the first time I was way at the back, and I thought it was just paper falling. I thought it was normal paper. However, the second time I saw it, by some fluke chance, I managed to get a seat really close to the front. It was a really good seat. And so I was sat there, and the paper literally fell on me. And I had a look at what it had on it, and it literally has the score for the original song that's in the show, which is amazing. So that is an Ace souvenir, an Ace nice little thing to collect and a thing to hold on to. So yeah, that was another thing that I wanted to share of my maps and such. Lastly, this is the last thing now, and I've not opened it yet. But I have seen these in a few places. I know Walt Disney World did them at one point, and I wasn't in the parks at any point. They were selling them and then they stopped selling them. I've seen a few people with a couple of these pictures in the backgrounds of videos and stuff like that, and I've really wanted them because these are the designs of the attraction posters that you see when you walk through Main Street, when you go under the railway station, and you see all those posters on the walls. These are them designs, and they are ace, and I absolutely love them. Just see if I can show you them briefly without it being too blurry. I don't know how well you can see that, but I've wanted these for absolutely ages, and in the Frontier shop, the Frontierland shop, the best shop, let me just say, in the whole of Disneyland Paris. I'm convinced that it's the best shop. It had the best stuff, and the widest range of stuff, I think, as well, in general. Yeah, they sold these. Didn't see them anywhere else. The only place I found it was in the Frontier shop. These are a little pricey for posters. However, you do get 12 posters, and they are €35. I was more than happy to pay that though, because I've wanted these for so long. I really want the Walt Disney World ones, but I can't get them because people now sell like this on eBay for like $100, and I'm like, nah, I'm not paying that. And lastly, I thought I would announce a competition that I'm going to have going on my Instagram. I'm announcing it here because I thought by doing it on a video, then I'll stick it on Instagram. So make sure to go over to my Instagram to enter this competition. But it is for the following. So I bought a pair of Loungefly Disney 100 ears, and I've bought, you may have seen this earlier, I've bought a 2024 Disneyland Paris pin with Stitch on it. All the details to win these are going to be on my Instagram. It'll probably be something as simple as liking the post, sharing it for more entries, tagging friends for entries, well, whatever. I haven't decided exactly how it's going to be done, but it's going to be as simple as liking and sharing. So make sure to go over to my Instagram. It's there probably. It's also in the description. If you want me to say it out loud, it's at @skipperjames_. It's as simple as that. @skipperjames_ on Instagram. And yeah, you can win yourself a pair of Loungefly ears and a Stitch Disneyland Paris 2024 pin. They are going to be my first ever competition. Thank you so much for watching this haul. Hopefully you've enjoyed it. If you have, I'd really appreciate it if you could subscribe and like this video. It really, it might be a tiny thing to you, but it really means a lot to me. It helps with just the algorithms of YouTube, just by liking it, just by subscribing as well. So if you could do that, that'd be amazing. And yeah, look forward to the vlog series that is coming up. I think this video will be out first because of the giveaway. I think it makes sense to do this one first, and then the vlog series will be very shortly followed. So make sure to watch and subscribe to watch all of those, because I'm starting to edit them, and I'm loving it already. I really enjoyed the trip. It's an amazing trip. I meet 34 characters, I believe. I think I've counted that right. 34 characters in total. It's very impressive. So thank you so much for watching this video. Hopefully you've enjoyed it, and I'll see you in the next one. See ya.